This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Benjamin versus Benjamin. You all have been married for 4 years and together for 10 years, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Benjamin, you indicated in your court papers that there has been some infidelity in the past, but you all moved past it. But now you believe that the warning signs are back.
Well, Your Honor, I've been on this ride and been married with my wife and together with her for 10 years. I like to think I know her pretty well, and well, things just haven't been right. You know, there's been little signs here and there, arguments for no reason. I catch little text messages here and there that were there, but now I can't see them or anything like that, or some secret apps, stuff like that.
Ms. Benjamin, what are you here for?
So I've had some problems in the past. I admitted to all of that, and I'm moving forward with 100%. I'm Rob addicted.
Rob addicted.
He's Rob.
Addicted to Rob.
I'm addicted to Rob. That's
Okay.
correct. And so
That's your own little thingy.
yeah, and that's my deal. And I want him to know that I made some mistakes in the past, but now going forward, it's gonna stay. It's me and him.
And so you're saying there's no cheating going on at this point?
Right. That's correct. There's nothing going on now.
And you're here to save this marriage.
I am here to save this marriage. It's more than anything that I want in this world is to stay with him.
So I guess my question is, what indicators do you have that she's cheating? I mean, you said you named some general things, but can you give me some specifics?
I got her cell phone. I said, hey, let me see your cell phone. And as soon as I looked at her cell phone, I went into the little secret conversations part and found some sexting going on with a family member.
Sexting with a family member?
Yeah, there was videos that I didn't get to see because of some app that she has or he has or somebody has that it disappears after a certain amount of time, but it still leaves evidence there that there was something there.
And you submitted in your court papers your recollection of what those
Right.
texts said because of the app, you weren't able to
Right,
keep
I
them
couldn't
for a
see
period
what
of time.
she said. I couldn't see what he said or.
So it was, what your recollection was, Mrs. Benjamin said, Rob left me. I don't know what to do. I'm bawling my eyeballs out. I can't stop crying. The family member stated, don't worry about Rob. You know I always want to sleep with you. Do you need some motivation to get over him? And she responded, yeah, I need some motivation. And then there appears to be a video, and that was a video of him pleasuring himself. Is that correct?
Yes. And then she responded with a picture of her breast. Yeah.
Ms. Benjamin, did you send a breast picture to a family member?
I did do that. Whatever. He had left me, and he said he was done, he was over, he's not coming back, and this is it. This is the last time he's leaving me.
Here's the deal. I've had a fight or two with Mr. Cutler over 35 years. You can anticipate that.
Right.
But my response was not to send pictures of my breast to another family member.
Exactly.
I mean, why would you think it was appropriate, even if you were going to divorce him, to send your breast to a family member?
I don't know. It was a bad decision that I made, and I don't know why that happened that way. I don't know what mood that... I don't know what happened. I don't know why I decided to do something stupid like that.
Mr. Benjamin, do you believe that she may have slept with this family member?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Benjamin, have you slept with this particular family member?
No, I have not, ever.
Have you had any kind of sexual contact with this family member?
Not at all.
So it's just a sexting thing?
It was just a sexting thing this one time.
Mr. Benjamin, what other reasons do you have to believe that your wife is cheating?
We were at a laundromat doing laundry. She goes outside to smoke and meets a female outside. They hit it off, I guess. Next thing I know, we're in the hotel room, and
Hold up.
Wait, next thing you know,
she just invited us to go have drinks, get to know each other. The lady was from out of town. We all just hit it off as like a friend kind of thing, I guess. She said, hey, I got a room, let's go have some drinks.
So you left the laundromat and went to her, the two of you?
Went to the lady's room.
her hotel room.
Yes. We went there, we were having some drinks. The lady gets a phone call from a guy. She said she has to go take care of something, loops my wife into it. And next thing I know, I'm sitting in the hotel room by myself while my wife and
That's
this
not
lady
that's
is
not
gone.
how that worked.
And
all right, so
That never happened.
the three of you are in a hotel room. Next thing you know, your wife and this other woman are leaving.
They left. Yeah,
that didn't
they
happen.
went to go. They went. I don't know what they went to go do. She says that she wanted my wife to drive for her or something, and
right.
Then they come back like an hour later.
Well, what do you think happened?
Every time I tried to get an answer, it's like they were working together as a team to avoid, avoid
nothing
getting
happened.
the truth and avoid getting the answer.
All right, Ms. Benjamin, tell us what happened from your point of view.
From my point of view,
Yeah.
I don't even remember, honestly, going anywhere with this girl. We were in the hotel room, yes. The only thing that I remember doing and my husband was outside of the realm is I was in the bathroom while she took a shower, and that's it.
Okay, so at some point, she decides to take a shower. You're in the bathroom with a woman you've only met a few
Right,
hours
and
ago
she was-
while she's showering?
Right, and she was talking to me about she needed me to give her a ride somewhere, and I didn't want to do it.
But you would go in the shower. Okay.
But
So-
and he was
Okay, so you were okay in the bathroom with her showering, but you drew the line at giving her a ride.
I didn't want to
Right. Yeah.
because I didn't want to be anywhere by myself alone with her because my husband's going to say that I did something that I didn't do.
Why did you leave
do
with
it?
the woman?
I didn't leave with her. That's what I'm saying is I never left anywhere with her at all.
Mr. Benjamin, are there any other men that you are concerned about that your wife is cheating with?
Well, yeah, there was a guy we met online. Turned out to be a really cool guy. Actually, I could see this guy and I becoming, good friends and everything. But at the same time, we also had a threesome a couple times too.
All right.
I didn't get enough rest for this case. I need.
So you met a guy online.
Well, we get to talking. I noticed this guy's a pretty cool guy. We have a lot in common and everything. We're drinking. We get tipsy. And then wound up having a threesome. But it happened more than once.
With your wife?
With my wife, yes, and this individual. And then I leave during, we get in our fight. I leave, and this guy the whole time, days after the events, was always keeping in contact, as a friend. He's like, hey, good morning, guys. How's your morning? But then I leave during our, we get in a fight and I leave.
Who gets in a fight?
My wife and I.
Okay.
And I leave for like 3 days.
Okay.
And in those 3 days, this guy, I don't hear nothing from him. Okay? Like normally he's keeping in contact, hey, how you doing, all that. But then all of a sudden I hear nothing from him.
So it has to
usually
be-
she's blowing my phone up and I'm hearing nothing from her.
And so you believe that they were hooking up while you were away on that 3-day period?
Absolutely.
So your concern is this threesome turned into a twosome without
But
you.
it's not a threesome.
Absolutely.
Not ever.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Not ever did that happen.
But of course, I don't know this guy well enough to. I called him on it and said, "Hey, is this going on?" He said, "I'd never do that. I'd never disrespect you that way." But I don't know this guy well enough to know if he's telling me the truth or not. And at the same time, I ask her. She says the same thing. But heck, I don't even know her well enough.
All right,
There's
Mr.
two people
Benjamin,
telling the
Mr.
same
Benjamin.
story.
But
hold on.
it's just fishy.
Absolutely.
Mr. Benjamin, let's pull up and look at this like grown folks. You kind of open that box.
I agree.
You say you don't know him well enough to whether or not he's telling the truth, but you knew him well enough for y'all to sleep with him.
I agree.
So I'm not saying if your wife had sex with him separately from you, it was okay. But you gotta kind of admit, if she did, you kind of put that out there for her to make that.
But at the same time, I also said something to him.
Because if they had an agreement,
We did.
it was going to be the three of them.
Correct.
There was
I
no
agree.
side agreement that
Right.
she could go off.
And I went.
I didn't say, but if we get in a fight, hey, help yourself.
They grown folks. Whatever they do is grown folks. But
I am not.
the arrangement, the agreement was the three of them.
And I agree. I
And
agree
while
with you.
I'm one of the judges sitting here, I am not judging the behavior. I am just saying, if you on a diet and you put a box of chocolates there and I eat it, it's kind of expectation that, wow, she had
Were
that
you married to
temptation
the
sitting out
chocolate?
there. Well, no, I'm just saying that when you put the temptation in somebody's hands and say, okay, just look at it, don't touch it.
Which is why I never made sure that I did not have that guy's phone number. I made sure that I was keeping myself safe by not knowing how to get in contact with that guy.
Because you thought it might
In case
go.
something like
But
this
she's
would
the one
happen.
that found him online.
Did you have feelings for this man?
No, I don't have any feelings for him, but I knew because of us having this whatever that we did with him, that I knew that he and I were going to get into a fight, and then something's going to happen, and I'm going to get blamed for something I didn't do. So I made sure I made it perfectly, 100%. I did no way of getting a hold of this guy.
Okay, wait. Your husband said, Mr. Benjamin just said that you found the guy online. Did you find him?
I found him online. I told my husband about it, and then that's it. And
So then she has his email address.
I don't have his email address.
Were you attracted to this man?
No, I was not.
All right, so let me get this straight. You're here because you believe your wife is cheating. You have testified about a gentleman that you had an agreed threesome with, that you believe she went back and did a double dip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then there's the situation with a woman you all met at the laundromat who you believe your wife went with her to meet with another man and that she may have slept with him. And then we have the sexting with the family member who has indicated that he wants her and has wanted her, and you believe she may have slept with him as well.
Oh yeah.
Right. And you testified earlier that there was infidelity in the past, early in your relationship, but you got over that.
Yeah, I forgave her for it. I love the woman. She's my best friend.
Well, I am hoping that you are telling the truth.
Me too.
And I am telling the truth. And I'm Rob addicted, like I said, but everything's Rob and Tracy. It's always been Rob and Tracy. I can't be Tracy without Rob. And
All
I
right.
don't believe that Rob can be Rob without Tracy.
All right?
So, Ms. Benjamin, right here, right now, you are denying that you had any kind of sexual relationship with this third person.
Without my husband being there, correct.
Without your husband's being there.
Never happened.
And you don't believe it.
I don't believe her.
See, my husband always thinks I'm lying when I'm not lying.
Because there's so many lies. You know, I sat her down right before we got married, and I said, if there's anything that I need to know, you need to put it out here right now. I said, if we can both accept what the other has said and get past that, then we're ready to get married. If not, then we have some things to work on. And obviously, at that time, I was deceived because we have some things to work on. And I wasn't told everything at that table.
Well, to help you get to the bottom of these cheating allegations, the court has engaged the services of a forensic voice analyst, Mr. Guy Wolf. Ron, please escort Mr. Wolf into the courtroom.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wolf, how are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Your Honor?
Good. It's good to see you.
You too.
Can you please tell us what a voice analyst does?
Yes, we use what's called a forensic voice analysis system, and we measure frequencies in the spoken word. When you tell a lie, the FM frequency goes away and it shows up a certain way on the computer. That's how you can tell when somebody's being deceptive.
And your credentials and your background, please.
Yes, sir. I've been in law enforcement for more than 20 years. I've been a forensic voice analyst for more than 10, and I've literally performed hundreds of exams, both in the private practice and as a criminal investigator.
So you've used this to put criminals in jail?
I have, Your Honor.
In this case, Ms. Benjamin underwent forensic voice analysis. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at the first question that you asked her.
Have you ever had sexual intercourse with Mr. Benjamin's?
No.
So the question was, has she ever had sexual intercourse with Mr. Benjamin's family member? Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did the forensic analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor. She said no.
I see a smile on your face. That may be the first one.
Now, let's see the next question.
Other than the times that you have already admitted to your husband, have you had sexual intercourse with any other men?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that she was being... The forensic voice analysis determined that she was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right. I am so grateful that you were being truthful, because this has been a roller coaster ride of information.
Welcome to my world.
Literally and figuratively.
Literally and figuratively. And Mr. Benjamin, you are holding on. Are you holding on because you were gonna pass out? You're holding on to that podium.
He's holding on because he's trying to hold on to his marriage. You wanted answers, and you got the answers that you wanted.
Yeah, there's been a whole new foundation built just now. So,
where do you go from here?
Go home and be with my wife. That's where I go.
Mr. Benjamin, let me just say this. This has been quite a story. And it is clear to me that there's a bit of a lack of a communication between you two that you really need to work on to go forward successfully. The other thing is you really are going to have to put the past in the past. Yes. Otherwise, you're going to keep revisiting. So you need to put that behind you.
Your marriage is like a bicycle, 2 wheels. It's not a tricycle. It's not a car. It's not a 5-wheel vehicle. It's a 2-wheel vehicle for you and you.
Right.
When you have outside people in your marriage, it's going to cause problems.
Always.
You all are married. You've been together for 8 years. You have 3 children together, but concerns over cheating are about to destroy this marriage. Ms. Taylor, tell us why you have initiated this case today against your husband.
I am here today because my husband that I have been with for 8 years has cheated in the past, and I feel like he's doing it again, you know, Your Honor. He's been sneaky, he's lying. You know, I have even created a catfish page to catch him up. When you're in a relationship, you don't go on Facebook talking to women, oh, you got a big booty this, big booty that.
Man.
You know, putting hearts
and
googly eyes under women's Facebook pictures, posting nude pictures of women.
That is a lot.
It is. It's
Mr. Taylor.
embarrassing. It is.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes, sir.
She has run it down, all the suspicions she has about
honey,
you.
she has unfurled this list.
And I'm trying to see where she got it all from.
I mean,
you have committed.
It's all in her
that
head.
is
And
a
he's
lot
always
to
saying
unpack.
that it's in my
Yes,
head.
sir. I'm not messing around on her, and she knows it. She just feels this way because she has, I guess,
Because
in
of
her
the things you're
head
doing.
that, you know, this is what's going on because she's hearing things from other people.
No, because
and
you're showing
other
me
people is gonna do
things.
that anyway. They gonna do that
Because
to
you're showing me.
So this is all in her head. This is all
It's
in
all
her
in her
head.
head.
We have a grip on what's currently going on, but we
Here's
need
a
to
lie.
find out how we got here. What was the roadmap to this crazy? How did you all get together?
You know what, Your Honor? We met on the bus.
Okay,
on the
she's
city
smiling,
bus.
so it must have been good. All right.
He was stalking me, scoping me out.
Okay.
He had the nerve to come up to the front of the bus and ask me, do you know where this bus is going? Why would you get on the bus if you don't know where it's going? So, you know, he followed me home. I felt safe
You
because
felt
I'm like,
safe?
you know, I'm not walking home alone, but
Wait a minute, did you know his name? Did you
I
ask him?
did not. But when we got...
You know what? Look.
Wait a minute, this is Be Careful 101. Do not let the guy follow you home. Get his name.
So, Mr. Taylor, this was all part of your grand scheme, wasn't it?
It wasn't the grand scheme. I was on that bus. I seen her. She was beautiful.
Well, that's
So I was
that's
thinking,
it. I
like,
get it.
okay, how am I about to get her to speak to me? I
Okay.
didn't know where I was going. So
Why would you get on the bus?
she
if
knew
you
where I
didn't
was
know
going,
where-
and she was like, well, we going in the same area. I'm like, well, let me walk you home.
All right.
So we have love on a bus. How do we get down this road 8 years later and you all are here in this courtroom?
Because, like I said, you know, he's cheated in the past, and this time I decided I'm gonna catch you red-handed. So I catfished him.
Oh, the old
Me and my
catfish.
god sister created a page under her name, and I catfished him.
Oh, okay.
And we've been around each other, and it's always, ooh, she got a big booty this. She's beautiful, so, you know, I knew he would fall for the bait, so.
Okay,
You put out there what he's been looking at.
I did.
All right, so what did you do?
I have evidence here.
Oh, all right, let's see that. Ron, would you get that evidence?
I took 3 sexy photos that I knew he would fall for, and I inboxed him.
You put
know,
these up there?
She's beautiful.
She
I did,
is.
absolutely.
Let's see.
I
Yeah.
asked him to pay me money
Man.
to sleep with me. Well,
That's not
he
the
thought
case.
it was her. and it was me, and I caught him red-handed.
But it was her god sister. It was her sister. It wasn't her.
So you write, why your blank so fat? Blank it up.
And then she responds, or you respond, Mrs. Taylor.
Ask her.
Why are you trying to talk to me? I guess you like fat. Something Reniqua don't have. All right.
I just wanted to see how he was going to respond.
Hold on. So then
he says,
I smash you.
$500 and you can.
That's not the
And you respond, man, what? Where you at? Can I come at 3? Baby's got doctor's appointments.
What?
Mr. Taylor.
It wasn't no catfish. She was trying to get at me, and I shut it down. Like, I wasn't trying to
How
get
did you
at her.
shut it down?
That doesn't sound like shutting it down. That sounds like, can I come at 3? Because I got my baby's doctor's appointment.
Man, after she got to talking about some other stuff, I was like, I'm not even interested in none of that. I got a family. That's your friend.
But you were interested to
I
a
don't
point.
see that anywhere in the messages.
I mean, she is a nice looking woman, but I'm not about to mess around with her and jeopardize what I got going on.
Okay, so why did you write her back and say, can I come at 3? Baby's got doctor appointments.
And this is after she told you, you better have $500.
I wasn't paying for that at all.
Can I ask something, Your Honor? So I started texting him these messages. As I'm texting him these messages, like I said, the sneaky behavior, he all of a sudden, oh, I'll be back, baby. I gotta go put gas in the car. So as he leaves, I text him again from the page, and I hit him with the, as long as you got the $500. So he hits me up and calls me, baby, do you got $200?
No. $200 that had nothing to do with that. $200 for them New Jordans that was
You asked
coming
your
out.
wife for money to give to another.
I asked for the $200 for a pair of shoes. I wanted to get some Jordans.
But he told me
You know what I
he was
mean?
trying to go to the studio.
Okay, I think you wanted something more than air.
And then...
Okay, well, have you seen anything else outside the catfishing? Because this is pretty bad.
You know what, Your Honor? I've actually caught him with another woman. So him and my daughter went to the grocery store, and in comes my daughter, all jolly, Mommy, I got animal crackers. So I'm like, okay, baby, Daddy friend bought these for me. I said, Daddy friend?
She's 5.
Yeah, she was a girl, Mommy. I said, a girl? I said, well, what does she look like, baby?
And the children will lead them. Well,
oh, but if you could have seen the look on his face,
She wasn't my friend.
She said she was light, Mommy, and she had braids in her hair.
So who was your friend?
Your Honor, she wasn't a friend. My daughter assumed that because she came and approached me, but it was just some female that I seen in the store and thought my daughter was cute. My daughter wanted them animal crackers. I wasn't about to tell my daughter no, and she was offering to buy them. I was like, it was gonna save me a couple chains. All right, go ahead.
Well, you know, that happens, because, you know, I've been in the grocery store lots of times, and strange women just come up to me and just offer to buy me stuff. You know, not.
Oh, okay, because you know,
I was gonna say, out of all
he got some explaining to do.
Your Honor.
He's lying right now. That's why we're here. I went on his Facebook page and I did a little investigation. A wife's duty is to always inspect things when you have that woman's intuition.
Note to file.
And you know, I'm looking through the recent activities, who's he's interacted with, and what do you know? I see a light-skinned woman, and she had braids. This same woman, Your Honor, writes on his Facebook page and asks my husband,
What?
is he at work?
Wow.
But he's claiming he don't know her.
I
But
don't.
they're friends on Facebook.
I can't stop a woman from sending me something on Facebook, Your Honor. I can't make.
But the
don't
same woman,
don't
he
send me
said
no
he didn't know.
messages.
So you want this court to buy into this woman you don't know, bought your daughter a box of animal crackers. Were they all lions in there? Just lion crackers in there?
In her head, it was. It went from one thing to another. None of that's true.
None of that happened. None of that's
woman
going
that
on.
I seen in the store bought my child some crackers, and that was the end of that. The Facebook stuff.
I
can't
had something
control.
different to say. That was certainly not the end, Your Honor.
Okay.
How did she get your Facebook information if this was a
He gave
random
it to
woman
her.
who just happened to buy your daughter some
It's
cookies?
easy.
He's
She
lying,
seen me
Your
running
Honor.
down the friend and was like, "Oh, that's him."
He's lying, Your Honor.
So
Taylor, what did you do once she asked, are you at work today, of your husband?
Oh, he responded back, yeah. And you know, she responded back that she was on her way. So guess who else was on their way? I was. And I walks up to both of them. Excuse me, who are you? She looks at him, looks at me, and smiles. I think you need to handle that. And so she walks off. So I'm like, so what is it that you need to handle? Who is she? How do you meet up with her at the grocery store? And furthermore, how does she end up at your job? Why does she even know where you work at?
Come on,
Do
get
you
it out.
know this woman or not? This is a yes or no question. I don't want this
No,
happen.
Your Honor, I didn't know her until the store situation.
All right. How she end up on your job?
I worked at a mall, and
I worked at a mall too. Didn't everybody know it?
she seen me.
Mister, please.
So she saw you at the mall.
Yes, ma'am.
So she just happens to come to the grocery store
That he's
and
at.
the mall
that he's
that
at-
you are at.
All the malls and all the
and
stores.
and I was shocked too. I was like, how is that?
How you believe? Come on, Mr. Taylor.
Your Honor.
So when your wife said to you, what you got to handle? What did you have to handle?
I didn't handle nothing. We was just talking, and she seen us talking, and I mean, that was definitely bad on my part. I shouldn't have spoke to her or said anything. I was just being nice. I'm at work, how you doing type of thing. It was like a bad moment, a bad timing.
Okay, now all of this, admittedly, is suspicious.
It's very suspicious,
But what
Your Honor.
makes you think he's actually slept with this woman?
Okay,
Never.
so after that, you know, I tells him, you know, you done lost privileges riding around in my car. Give me my car keys. And as I'm leaving the mall, I happen to look over. First of all, my seat is laid all the way back.
It's laid back.
It's laid all the way back, Your Honor, and laid back.
Almost like a bed.
Exactly like a bed.
Right.
Well, I look down on the floor and I see 2 empty, open condom wrappers.
That wasn't mine.
And you submitted that evidence to the court.
I sure did. I took a picture of it and I called him. I sent him these pictures and I said, so why is there empty condom wrappers in the car? Oh, my cousin got in the car. They must have fell out his pocket.
They
But you
not
just said
mine.
wasn't nobody in the car. We don't even use condoms, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
So this is the cousin.
The old cousin.
The old cousin dropped
the condoms in my car.
Your Honor. Mm-hmm. I don't even wear those type of condoms.
But she said y'all don't use condoms.
We don't.
So-
And if I was gonna get any kind of condoms, they would definitely be some gold ones. You know, I'm not about to sit around and claim some condoms that I know that's not mine. They off brand at that.
All right.
Yeah, I think.
I know that I have had enough evidence today. So, Mr. Cutler, let me share with you what we got. Mr. Taylor was caught meeting up with another woman at his job. She catfished him with her god sister's image. And don't you know he asked her for $200 to hook up with her god sister. And then the final one, the best one. In her car, using her car, the passenger seat's all the way back, and she finds 2 empty condoms, and they don't even use condoms. You have invested.
I have.
You have tried to do the right thing, but you're not gonna continue to be this
I
person.
cannot, Your Honor.
And if it comes out that, in fact, your husband, Mr. Taylor, is cheating, you are done.
I'm very done. I will be.
All right, Mr. Cutler,
I
that's
will
what we
be.
got.
This court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call former military interrogator and expert Lena Cisco to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please send Ms. Cisco in.
Good day, Miss Cisco.
Good day.
How are you?
Good to
I
see
am
you.
well. It's good to see you, Your Honor.
We're glad you're here. You did a complete interrogation and preparation of Mr. Taylor. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. I had the accused write out a witness statement, so I analyzed that statement for any indicators of deception and truthfulness. I read the case file, I put together an interrogation plan, and then I interrogated Mr. Taylor to see if indeed he was lying about cheating on his wife.
What were your initial findings?
So my initial findings were, I asked him some questions about 2 of his accusations, and one was about the woman who gave his daughter animal crackers. The other was about the condoms that were found in the car.
All right. After hearing his responses, what did you determine?
So I determined, after listening to him and trying to assess whether he's being truthful, that he was being truthful about that, and he wasn't lying about those accusations.
Well, you better be.
As part of your investigation, did you find anything concerning?
I did, Your Honor. So Mr. Taylor did tell me that his wife is very controlling. He also told me that when he gets kicked out of the house, he does go and seek attention of other women and has had sex with at least 3 other women and sexual relations with a few more.
He admitted this to you?
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
Mr. Taylor, you have.
When she kicks me out and say it's over.
Married folks is married folks. And you don't get a break from marriage. It's not an on and off switch to a vow.
And you're never gonna find the answer to your relationship problems with your wife in another woman's bed. Not gonna happen.
So we're at this point. Where are you? What are you gonna decide?
I have enough to worry about that I should not have to be worrying about, is my husband cheating on me? Because if this is not what you want, then this is not what you should have signed up for. But when you marry somebody, it's for better or for worse.
There it is.
Right now, honestly, I don't know where we stand because I feel like I don't even know who this man is anymore.
This is real talk, because me and Mr. Cutler, it ain't always been perfect. If you don't like what she's serving up, you need to serve up something different.
And I know you can do it because you told us how you all met. In order to keep what you got, you need to do what you did to get what you wanted.
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor.